In today's video, I gave myself 5 topics, and I'm going to decide which house in RoCitizens is best for each topic. Enjoy. So for the first topic we have, it is best for role-playing. So which house out of all the houses would be best for role-playing? And in my opinion, I'm going to have to go with this house right here, the Contemporarian house. And the reason behind it is that there are more rooms than the other houses. That is excluding the villa, but there's like a ton of rooms in the villa, and it takes so long to decorate. So I feel like, overall, the Contemporarian house would be the best house to go for. Okay, so looking over here at this, it does say that the Contemporarian house only does have 4 bedrooms, but you can turn these two into a bedroom as well. Like both of these fit bedrooms, as well as 2 bedrooms up here, right here, and right here, and then the bedroom in here. So honestly, I don't know what room would count as something that isn't a bedroom. I would consider this house to have 5 bedrooms anyways. So you can put 5 beds in here, and you can put multiple, but 5 beds in here is like what normal people do. Is when most people decorate the house, there is multiple, or all 5 of these rooms are used as bedrooms. And one could argue that the modern bungalow does have 5 bedrooms, but the bedroom that is outside of the house that is connected but is not like access to going into, like, so let's say, okay, let's just spawn in the bungalow so I can show you what I'm talking about. So this room right here that is not connected to the house, it can easily be used as a bedroom. I understand why people would use it as a bedroom, but a lot of people don't. They end up turning it into like a game room or like a theater. It's more used as something other than a bedroom than it is a bedroom. And the Contemporary house actually has 5 rooms that are primarily used as bedrooms. And also, if we look at the price difference here, we can see that the Contemporary is clearly cheaper than the modern bungalow. And the reason I count the villa out of this is because, really, if you have the villa and every single room is decorated, like, yes, there are a ton of rooms, but the fact that they are so spaced apart that, like, you wouldn't really talk to the people you're role-playing with, because, like, you'd end up going into your room or doing something else, and then you just really wouldn't be around as much people. Having one of the smaller houses with most rooms would probably be the best for roleplay, so that people are closer together, so that they have to interact more, which is a roleplay. Now the next topic is easiest to decorate, and I feel like this one is just going to be more of like a simple answer than not, because if you think about it, we can already rule out the villa. The villa is probably the hardest one to decorate out of all the houses. So you'll probably go the opposite, to one of the 2 smallest houses, because these houses are so small, like the size of some of the rooms in the villa. Like, that's how small they are. They are the cheapest, they are the smallest. So I would say this house right here is the easiest to decorate, because if you think about it, there's not as much rooms that you'd need to use to decorate. You have what, 1 bedroom in the house and a bathroom, and then you have a living room and like just a little small area in front of the door. Like, you need to spend the least amount of money to decorate. Not saying that you have to, but the least amount of money is to make the house look good, and it is the smallest plot. So I would have to go with this being the better or easier house to decorate. It's the small cabin. It's the small cabin, and like I said, there's like 1 room, and I think this is the only house with 1 room in it and only 1 bathroom. And like, honestly, that is I mean, really, that was kind of like a very obvious answer. Like, it was a super obvious answer, because really it's the smallest house, and the smallest house would more than likely be the easiest to decorate, the less amount of money to spend on decorating, and it's the cheapest house overall. So I would just say it's just the easiest easiest to buy. Like, I don't know, this house would just be the easiest in almost every way. Now this next house, you're actually going to be surprised by my answer. So the topic is Flex House. Alright, the topic is Flex House, and I know all of you are going to think that I'm going to say, The villa. The villa is like the biggest flex house there is because man, look at it. Just look at it. There's a pool built in. So much rooms. The house is huge. Like it's literally like a dream house for anybody who would ever want a dream house. Like it is the dream house, but I am sadly or like surprisingly going to go with this house. This house is the flex house because it is the only limited house in the game. It has only come out two times in the history of RoCitizens, and is the only house in the game that comes in the game for a short period of time and goes away. So I am just gonna you can obviously see why I decided for that to be the answer, because if you look at this house, yeah, it's 200 grand, but you can buy it whenever you want. If you have $200,000, you can buy it whenever. You can start off on a fresh account and do it whenever. But let's say, let's say someone starts off on a fresh account and they buy this good old house, or all the houses in the game, for a matter of fact. They can't buy this house. They can't buy this plot. Like, it doesn't even show up in here anymore. It doesn't show up here at all. Like, it's not here. It's just not here. So this house would have to go down as the flex house. Like, you can flex this house to anybody who's new to the game, anybody who doesn't have the house. Like, it's just a major flex house. And like, yes, the villa, it can be a flex house, but put these two houses together to someone who doesn't have this one and someone who does have the villa, and they're going to be more interested in this one that they don't have. So that's why I agree, or I think, my opinion is that this house, the Haunted Manor, is the flex house in RoCitizens. The fourth topic that I would have to say would be super good for a house is yard space. And the reason that I would say yard space would make a house better than other houses is because with role-playing, basically trying to show off your house, the outside is probably the most important, because there is a higher chance, there is way more of a chance that somebody would actually look at the outside of your house before the inside, or to the inside at all, because nobody goes to the inside of the house without seeing the outside of the house first. And there is a small chance that they'll even go inside of the house, so the outside of the house is better. And you can put a pool in there, you can build a pool, because all the building blocks, you can make yourself look like a pool, build extra rooms with it, and stuff like that. So I am gonna have to go with the smallest house once again, because with the smallest house, you have the most yard space. There is so much yard space on each side of the house that there is just, it's just so easy to build. You can literally almost build a second house next to this house right here. So I'm gonna have to go with the small cabin once again. So 2 points on it for the small cabin. But let's just say we were not counting the small cabin at all. What house would be better yard space, and what house would be just better backyard space in total? I would probably end up saying the classic mansion, because the classic mansion, yeah, they may not have too much space in the sides or anything, but in the backyard, there is a built-in pool, and there is tons of space to where you can just build all kinds of stuff back there. Now, they already have stuff back there, like a fireplace. You can build a room around the fireplace, you can do almost whatever back there. There's a lot of space in the backyard of this house. So if we're excluding the smaller houses, I would have to go with this house being the better, outside for, any yard space. I would have to say, not just bigger in general. I'm talking about just the best yard space that there is. So this house would take it for the best yard space, and then the smaller cabin would take it for the most yard space. Now, for our final topic, for which house is better with the topic, it is the best overall looking house. And really, this is just opinion. All of these are just opinion, really. So, but this one's the biggest opinion out of all the topics. So, the best house, in my opinion, if we're saying exterior and interior, I would have to say, the Craftsman and then the newest house for being the best exterior houses. But I don't really like the interior of the new one. Like, I do like the interior, but like the walk-in from the front, in my opinion, just, it's weird to me a little. But maybe maybe it's just because like the color is super dark. Maybe I need to like lighten it up, make it look better. But just as right now, I don't really feel like this is like the best like entrance to the house. So for exterior, I would say this one would probably be the best, just because I really like the windows here, like the windows that are like three different sizes, or two different sizes technically, but like there's like one that goes up, and I just really like that. And then also the fact that this house has tons of just natural light, it just makes it look great. And there's also a 2-car garage right there. But if we had to go for a house that was better looking interior and exterior, I would have to go with the good old Craftsman house. And man, this actually took a second for me to think, because I was thinking that the bigger the bigger cabin house was gonna take the lead for that, because I was like, the cabin house for the exterior and the interior just looks super good in my opinion. But with this house, like, it's more realistic of a house. And just looking at it, like, this actually looks like a house that would be like, that actually somebody would live in. Cabin house looks like a house that you'd like go into for like a cabin, if you're going to a cabin for like the week or something. I feel like most likely somebody would choose this house to live in, like if they actually had to choose a house to live in. So really, this takes the win for best interior and exterior, like completely. Like, if I had to choose one with the best interior and exterior, if I had to choose one with the best just exterior, like in total, I would choose the newest house. And the best interior house, I can't really decide that. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I haven't really made a decision on that, and I don't think I will, because I really like the interior of a lot of the houses. So really, that is it for this episode. I just went over all the houses in the game, and I'm kind of helping you maybe decide which house you'd want to buy. Let's say you're on a budget and you want to get a house. You don't have any of the houses, and I'm just trying to help you choose which house you should get. And based off of these 5 topics that I've been reading off and giving my opinions on, let's say you want a house for role-playing, or you want a house that's easy to decorate, or you want a house with super good yard space. Basically, I'm helping with those topics and giving you answers for basically to help you decide which one you would want. And man, the overall best looking one would probably be this one with it, the interior and the exterior. So, and the price for this one is not that bad. The price for it is $45,000, so it's on the lower end compared to like the other like bigger houses and whatnot. So, this is a good house to get. I like this house is nice. I actually have used it as my main house before this new house came out. So, and I'm decorating the new house, which is not completely done yet, but it will be done soon. So yeah, other than that though, that is it for the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.